Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. In the last episode, we got started on the new map, the Crater Bay map. It is, again, a modified and updated version of one of the first maps ever made for the original Transport Fever. And then we set up our first passenger line, a rail line between Oslo over here and Drammen over here. And we set up a tram line in Drammen to bring passengers to the station, and we're going to hope that things kind of grow in as well, which they should, because the eventual plan is to continue this rail line up around, head over to Kongsberg, possibly even branch out in this direction as well. So we got that built. We have our first train. Steam train on the line. And oh yeah, I gotta remember to no, I gotta remember. Oh, yeah. HUD icons. Turn those off. There we go. It's been a little while since I've played, so remember how I like to set things up. Alright. Now, hopefully we will get some passengers in there. We may have to throw some roads in to encourage the city to grow around and beyond that station for the time being. But we'll get there. And we also might want another passenger route. I'm thinking of a bus line between Stockholm here and Norrköping. There. It's short enough. It should work. Should be relatively simple. The question would be, do I want to put in an actual station? And we could cover almost the entire town with just a basic station. Yeah, let's put a station in. There. And then we'll throw a station in here. Just a small, simple line just to increase our profitability is what I'm going for here. The depot, we're going to Nordberg built a construction materials plant. We'll have to take a look at that. We need to actually create a line. Now, these are always ICBs for intercity bus, because it's different from the intra-city trams. Let's see. Let's call the Stockholm line for now. We need passengers. Let's see what our options. 18 kilometers an hour, 4 passengers. 18 kilometers an hour, 4 passengers. think we'll just go with a stagecoach. Let's get 8 of them. Hopefully. I think that's the color I'm using, right? Or is it this color? I think it's that color. No, or is it this color? Oh, it's that color. Maybe. One thing I want to do is drop the date speed a little bit and just increase the overall running speed here, because we're gonna get a lot of passengers. I think a lot of just traffic in general between these two towns as they grow into full-fledged cities. So hopefully we can take advantage of the passenger demand there. All right, we have some passengers piled up. Opdal Tools Factory. All right. So we have a construction materials plant. The question is, do I want to go ahead and get a freight line going? Because that's actually a pretty decent place for a construction materials plant, because we have a quarry up here, Opdal Quarry. It could be the beginning of our freight network. Now, I'm going to be handling the freight network a little bit differently. Now, this will eventually, I think they will eventually close if they don't get anything. I'm going to pause here because we're going to be in the red. Yeah, just ignore that number. That just comes from the creation of the map. We're going to be in the red for a bit until those things go. But what we're going to probably do is just borrow a pile of cash to build something, because you have to kind of borrow money to be able to make money when you're first starting out. So don't be shy about borrowing money. Do any towns in the area want construction mats? No, fortunately not. The closest one is going to be Narvik over there. That's quite a ways away. Now, the cities should eventually grow more demands as they develop, but that's going to take some time. The distance is a little bit too far for carriages. We don't have trucks yet, or anything that could be potentially described as a truck. I'm just trying to decide if I want to use this cash to build the freight line, or if I want to use the cash to expand the passenger line. Because what we really need, if we want this passenger rail line to make a lot of money, is we need at least 3 cities in the line and probably 2 trains. All right. Let's do a little bit of freight. I mean, that train should be able to get into profit on its own. But let's do some of this. All right. For now, we're going to keep the station relatively short again. One track, because this is going to be just a point-to-point train. Now we have a tools factory which wants boards. But we don't have logging anywhere nearby, and there's no sawmills until someone develops a sawmill. So we'll see how that eventually works. Let's see. It's gonna be over there, so it'd be best to kind of stay on this side of town, this side of the road, the north. I'm calling this the north end of the map because this is kind of just the way that I drew the map up. Even though the game actually, you know, creates the map in a more vertical inclination, that doesn't matter. I'm gonna do this where it isn't gonna break the bank so much. It does look like we're gonna have to do a bit of a cut here. So I'm gonna actually put in a little bit of a T-junction, and we're gonna keep it on the level. That is close enough. Get into catchment. All right, let's see. Again, our fastest train right now is 80 kilometers an hour. So we'll just use 80-kilometer-hour track. We can always upgrade it later. And we'll follow the path of this road a little bit. Now we're gonna have to try and get around this town. Bit of a goofy street, but do I want to go with a bridge? I think we will go with a bridge. All right. Kind of the usual bridge options. Bridge pillar collision. What if we were to go with a brick bridge? The pillars are not far enough apart. Okay. So we're going to have to go with something along these lines. Or let me just see what my other options are. I don't want to take anything that's too modern. You know, so nothing like this. I guess we'll just take this green bridge. Sure. All right. Trying to keep that piece level. Right. Keep that piece level there. We want to try to avoid as much earthwork as we can, because that just costs money. While this is pretty flat here, there is some changes in the elevation, so we do have to be a little bit conscious of that. But we go pretty well straight and flat here. All right. Easy. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to put in our depot. Oh, wrong buttons. We're going to put it in right about here for now. It will eventually get moved. All right, so there we are. New line there. This is train freight. Oh. Doll. Stone. This will make rail freight this purple color, the lines. All right, now as far as the actual train, we're looking for our, actually, attractive effort. I don't think we really need to worry about. What we need is just power, and these things. That's very expensive. That's very expensive. You know what? Let's go with the American 440. And for cargo, we need something that can carry stone. It's going to be basically an open wagon or a gondola. How fast can this thing move? 56 kilometers an hour. I think we're going to go with just some basic gondolas here. Eight gondolas. Ooh, I need to make sure it's got the right colors on it. A Nordberg Machines Factory over there. Not much I can do with the Machines Factory right now. Alright, what we're going to do is I'm going to try and repay. And we're going to go in the hole here a bit. Now, has this acknowledged that there is in fact a customer? It has. And it is starting to build up. Oh, there's a sawmill. Now, thing is, I don't think I have a forest over here. My forests are down here. So, it might not actually work. We'll see. You have 23 of 30 passengers on board. Now when it pauses like that, it means there's a new factory that gets founded. Yep. Oh, not quite. Oh, there's a steel mill. Way up there in the hills. Well, at least it's near an iron ore mine. Fuel refinery. Well, that'd be good, but we need an actual oil refinery because we do have an oil well in the area. Now, at this point, we're just kind of needing our lines to create a profit. And we are stacked and packed here. And there is an oil refinery. Okay. We have an oil well, we have an oil refinery, we have a fuel refinery. Oh, and we did get a food processing plant. Ooh. If we were to build a road, we could probably bring in grain from these farms in the food processing, and then we could bring the food into Drummond with just road vehicles. That might be a good idea. We would just have to, you know, borrow a whole bunch of money to do it. Kongsberg Alcohol Distillery. Another potential destination for grain from the farms. That's a bit farther to go, so... Hey, we actually are positive. That's because our train just delivered its load. And it made 600,000. Actually, it made almost 1 million. Yeah, that's gonna work for us. That's really gonna work for us. Alright. Good. Norberg meat processing plants. Now, the question is going to be, is this line going to become profitable? It's getting there. Coffee refinery. Oh, I just put that in the middle of nowhere. Okay, well, now that we actually have a little bit of money, what I'm hoping is that this is just going to be kind of steady income. Whereas, like, this is going to be really kind of bursty. It's going to take a long while to get there, pick up a load, bring it over there, drop it off. And then it'll be a big burst of income. And the Lillehammer Steel Mill. Okay. A paper mill. Okay. Alright, this is now in the black. Alright. But yeah, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to borrow another pile of cash. A silver mill. There's a silver mine. Alright, so this is a possibility, so we just gonna need some cash. If I were to just straight up build a road. There. Okay. And then we were to get one of these. I would have to take a chunk out of one of the fields, but that's okay. And we drop this one there. Probably didn't need to have two terminals here, but maybe. It'll be fine. Actually, what I like to do here is I have these this warehouse mod that I really like to use. Let's throw let's see, tram support, no. West entrance disabled. Yep. 64 per platform. Let's drop that warehouse in. And then we'll need a road depot. And we'll need 2 lines. Let's make it this yellow color. We'll call that road freight. This will be old grain. Grain. From there to there. Make it a slightly different shade of yellow. Maybe just a lighter shade. Okay. And this is going to be... Little hammer grain. There is no difference. Except this weighs a lot less. Capacity is still the same. Top speed is still the same. Power is still the same. And I just bought one of these, which I don't really want. I think we're going to go with this because it weighs less. So it doesn't really matter, does it? Cost? They all cost the same. How many can I afford? Go with 18. Paint them all appropriately. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You go there. Rest of them go there. And then there's another new food processing plant, but this is the one that takes meat, coffee, or alcohol. Alright, and that is where we're going to go ahead and end the episode. With this massive procession of wagons heading out to go grab some grain. Another construction materials plant. All right. Well, I think what we'll do next is extend the passenger rail. All right, that's doing well. So we'll extend that, and that should hopefully improve that. We're going to probably need to double track it, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of work to do there. I think we just got a delivery of stone. Alright, but for now, we'll go ahead and end the episode here. And we'll continue our work when we come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.